Pigments are chemicals that add color. There are many that are made by plants that humans then use. In this segment, we will talk about the various kinds of pigments that are made by plants and the chemical structure of the pigments. There are 4 major types of plant pigments, and they do different things. Chlorophylls are green pigments associated with photosynthesis. Carotenoids are yellow to orange pigments that are good antioxidants and therefore good in human health. Anthocyanins are water-soluble blue to red pigments. Betalains are red to yellow pigments found only in the Carotenoids, which include beets. When we think about pigments, they are colored, which means they interact with light. We have already talked about what happens when light reaches an object. It is either reflected, absorbed, or transmitted. When we look at the visible spectrum of light that comes down on plants, we can see the interaction of these pigments with that light. This graph shows the visible spectrum of light and the amount that is present and or absorbed by different plant pigments. The upper line is the amount of each color that comes down from the sunlight. The left-hand side begins about 350 nanometers and shows the blues and violet wavelength. When this gets to about 500 nanometers, the color is now green and then becomes yellow and finally red. The more light that is absorbed, the higher the graph. And this indicates that the pigment is reacting to these colors. If we look at something like chlorophyll A, we can see that it is strongly absorbing in the areas below 500 nanometers and above 630 nanometers. By the same manner, we can see that chlorophyll does not absorb between 500 and 600, but rather reacts to this light. That is what gives plants their green color. So there is a lot about these pigments that are interesting. Some are involved in photosynthesis, and some are accessory pigments to photosynthesis. Chlorophylls are green pigments associated with photosynthesis. You can see the green color of these mint leaves that is due to chlorophyll. Chlorophyll reflects green light. This is the structure of chlorophyll A. Notice the long tail on it. Chlorophyll B is more yellow in color. This is the structure of chlorophyll B. Notice at the top, there is one more carbon and an oxygen. Carotenoids are yellow to orange pigments that are good antioxidants. Carotene is an orange-colored accessory pigment. Color of the carrot is due to carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A. Notice the structure of the carotene molecule, which is a hydrocarbon. Xanthophyll is a yellow-colored accessory pigment. It differs from carotene by the presence of oxygen in the molecule. Note the oxygen on the ends of the molecule. These can be found in many different colored vegetables, which is why they always say to eat plant material that is colored. Anthocyanins are water-soluble blue to red pigments. Notice the color of this purple cauliflower. The structure of anthocyanins is more of a phenolic type than the other pigments, and can be found in many different fruits. Betalains are red to yellow pigments found only in the Carotenoids, which includes beets and Swiss chard. This is a picture of a colorful Swiss chard. The Carotenoids is a large group comprising about 6% of the total plant species and includes edible plants such as beet. The structure of betalains is a compound phenolic that has both oxygens and nitrogens. Plant pigments are diverse and are important both to the plant and the organisms that consume them.